Hey there, we're here at the Sunday Club where it's all mellow. Three guys just kicking back, talking about Leeds and how we pulled up a 0-0 today.
Nothing but positive
Rock the music.
vibes.
Always the positive vibes. Always the positive vibes. James, the
just
most
say-
positive man. Oh, yes, you can.
That went really well.
It did
That
go,
went
didn't it?
really
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at mixing myself. Yeah, I've done this before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done this. It was very good.
Chris Moore's over here.
Yeah, all right, you dickhead. I know you said I look like him
Not in
before.
looks. It's not in looks, but now you mentioned it.
That's brilliant.
It is pretty good. How is everyone?
I feel good.
Yeah, I'm relatively all right about that.
Hmm.
It's not just all to play for, on it.
Yeah, we're a classic by any stretch of the imagination, but I was all right. I felt really all right at the end of it. I thought, do you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Take that.
It was solid,
Yeah.
if anything.
If not, unremarkable.
Boring.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to say boring.
Apart from Melier, he was not very solid. He was a bit.
My God.
He was a bit shaky, jakey.
Yeah, he's a bit
It's
rusty, and
okay.
especially that first 45, man. He weren't filling me with much confidence, man.
It's getting
Kicking
harder
out
and
and blaming
harder to
everyone else.
defend him.
Mm.
Innit? It's getting harder and
They're
harder.
kicking
just to
out and
defend
going,
him.
why aren't you where the ball went? It's like, mate.
Carry
come
on, Daddy. What were you saying, mate? What were you saying, Dad?
Sorry, Danny.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, it's getting harder and harder to defend Millier now when he's putting it out from, he's going for road on it's going straight out, and then he passes to Gruev. Yeah, Gruev asked for it, but he's got three people like marking him. It's just decision making, and then when he does go long, it doesn't go to any of our players, and their possession attack just starts again, and that's what really annoys me.
I had a message from someone today saying Melier's got the most clean sheets in the league, but is it him that kept him, or was it Rodon and Ampadu? This is from a non-Leeds fan as well today watching the game. I was like, probably.
There's been a lot of that defense, but there has been the odd game where he has pulled off a little bit of a good save.
Yeah,
sort
well,
of kept
I
the
still
clean sheet.
that Leicester
So,
one. That Leicester
yeah,
one was good for me.
but
Yeah,
It has mainly
Yeah.
been Ampadu and Rodon, which I said on the show about them two coming back and being a bit more commanding because they've been a bit Melier themselves, haven't they, for the past few games? So,
well, James, tell us
and that
what are your
clean sheet.
thoughts on Melier today. Give us a deep down of what you thought about Melier today.
It just feels like he just don't care, baby. You know what I mean? I'll just kick it out to the side and who cares? Au revoir, as they say. Oh, Melier.
Yeah, he was all right. Not
Yeah.
honestly, I was like, ooh. I did many Kev faces today, big time. I swear, Daddy, why do you always laugh when I do the face, man?
Because
the
it's
Kev face, isn't
hilarious.
Yeah, the
It's
Kev
best
face.
face.
Yeah,
It's the best face.
I'll-
Best face
George-
on podcasts.
yeah. I think the best thing that come out of today was the
Yeah.
fact we stopped the rut of conceding.
Yeah.
And who would have known that we could play 4-3-3, and it actually looks not that bad.
I thought
I think we grew. I think we
Yeah.
grew into it. I think by the second half, we just looked like we were controlling it. It looked like
Mhm.
Norwich had just run out of steam, but we just still needed to. We still playing a bit cautiously at times, weren't we?
Yeah.
And that was
I think so.
just didn't want to concede.
At times
we
we looked
didn't.
like we got space jammed again.
Mm.
It was just,
Mm.
I agree with you. Like in the second half, that it looked like they ran out of steam, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I didn't feel that much of a threat throughout the game. I kind of I'm hungover anyway, so I'm pretty much numb. But at no point during that game did I think, oh shit, we're going to concede here, which is quite, out of the ordinary. And I didn't have faith in us scoring either. Like, I know we'll talk about Rutter in a bit. We'll get onto him. I just thought
Yeah,
that.
we'll get onto him.
Second half was all us, and I think we're really unlucky not to have a penalty as well in the third half. Personally, I thought it was, but it's all subjective, isn't it?
I think the touch is actually because he took when he touches it with his foot, that slight touch away. I think that on the line. I think that's on the line.
If it's on the line, it's a penalty.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I think when he's kicked that, his foot isn't on the line, but the ball is. So what is that? So he's kicked the ball on the line.
It's moving into the. I think it's moving into the box, isn't it?
So is that classed as a penalty? But it was definitely a foul. So if it's in the box, it's a penalty.
Yeah. I suppose it depends where he touched it.
You just don't get that really good.
As a bishop said to a sailor.
And that's the problem with it.
Yeah. Do you know, I actually thought Nonto, talking of Nonto, he was actually all right today, but he kept throwing little hissy fits and that, didn't he? Yeah, he kept throwing those little hissy fits. Yeah, I'd never, ever, ever applaud a referee, man. Oh my God, I was saying that is schoolboy. He probably would have played longer in the match if he never did that. That's what I thought, anyway.
It's petulant, isn't it? It's petulance from him.
It showed inexperience, along with Rutter. It showed inexperience when it comes to playing for the fouls. Like, there were numerous times where, there was one instance for Rutter where I can't remember what it was. He dispossessed someone, hit it off him. All he had to do was just show it out. And then he give him a free kick in the corner, which is essentially a corner. Now that really winds me up, and I don't know what's going on with Rutter since the international break, but I'm a full advocate for dropping him for the next leg now. But honestly, I thought he had a mare today, absolute honker today.
I actually have to agree with you. I thought that would possibly. I know he does have stinkers sometimes, and he drifts in and out and does some things. I think today might have been his worst game for Leeds. What keeps sticking in my head is, do you remember the air shot in the first half?
Mate, he missed the ball completely.
Yeah. I mean, it happened to us twice today, but I guess we'll talk about that other one. But
I mean, it didn't look like anyone was going to score today.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating because it's not the first time he's done it. If he gets a clean shot at that, it's in. If he gets a good connection, how is he missing? How is he missing the ball? It's not took a deflection. I just think that he needs to do really better, or just have a rest.
Yeah, probably. What Alison says. Yeah, it doesn't look fit to me at all. I mean, did anybody? Yeah, did he throw a hissy fit when he got when he was walking past Carl Darlow? I thought, is he slipped or was he throwing a hissy fit?
It might have been mad at himself. That's not the
That's
conclusion.
what I think. Yeah.
Someone put on Twitter, did Rutter try and? Well, he did. Someone put, did Rutter hit the side of the subs thing, and I quoted it and said tried but missed.
No, it was that he tried to throw something at Darlow, but he didn't catch it as well.
Went through his arms.
Yeah, went through his arms.
Hit Creswell in the face.
Yeah,
his dad tweeted about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that? His performance today as a whole, then?
Shit. Shit.
We
love the lad, and he's been fantastic. Yeah. But now these sort of performances are worrying me. If we do go up and he's our goal threat next season, I mean, he's going to drift out of more games when he's just surrounded by better players. I think he just needs to be taken out of the firing line, possibly for one game. I think maybe just give him a bit of a rest. Yeah, that's it.
I think
give him a rest.
He needs his confidence back, because I've been saying this for weeks now. He keeps losing the ball. And it keeps. Rodon must be fucking fuming up half the time, because Rodon or Ampadu get rid of it, and then he does a fancy twirl, loses it, or he does a shit touch, and it's just coming straight back. And as a defender, you're going to be knackered. And it's so frustrating watching him, because I know he's a bad player sometimes. But
he started singing.
Oh no, yeah, this is what the tunes do to people. Yeah, it's what the music does. But Danny, I agree with you, mate. He's starting to get on my wick a little bit. As much I love the guy, I do. I swear, I think I love everything about him. The way he plays football, the way he takes risks, the way he is off the pitch, how good of a person he is, and all the stuff that he does. But since that hernia operation, he's just been a bit.
He's been like someone's had a hernia operation. That's what it's been like.
Yeah, he needs a few weeks out, but obviously we need him because the Rutter that can turn up is the one that's going to change the game for us.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I thought Gray was all right in there today. I think if he'd had a run in that position, it could have been different.
Gray up against McLean.
Play Joseph.
Gray up against McLean.
I thought he did. I thought he did all right. He got muscled out a couple of times, but he got back at him. He had a few good tackles in there.
And it was hot. It was like the first hot game of the year, really, wasn't it? Yeah.
Second half, we controlled the game. So maybe Joseph up there, man. Put Rutter on the bench.
Maybe that's what he's doing.
Say, look,
maybe
you're on the bench,
Joseph.
mate. And then you're on the bench because you've been shit. And then if you come on, you need to show what you can do.
He needs to know that he's droppable. He needs to set an example personally, mate, because I'm fed up of it. He's the massive change when Rutter went off and Anthony came on. Anthony actually tried doing stuff, honestly.
Wowzers.
What?
Nothing. There's just a comment in there now that I've just saw.
Have a little peek at that, Daniel.
Yeah, it must be one of James's fans because it must be one of James's.
Why my fans?
Because you're the one who says those things, and that's not even spelled correctly as well. Whoever's wrote the other word cannot spell. Must be some big lanky toff.
Oh, that's
something like that. Yeah,
the French company.
Yeah, that's the French way. The French way of spelling it. Yeah, absolutely stupid. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What about Rutter?
I would sit him on his ass. Sit him on his ass.
Yeah. Oh.
Just do it. Just to be like, mate, you've been cack. You've been cack, and you need to. But it's like this the position that we're in the game and what it means, and you know that there's that bit of magic in him. He did one good thing today where he skinned that dude and got wiped out, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But you know that he's got that in him. You know that he can pull that out, and even if it's just one chance and it's a 1-0 win, we're in the final. Do you know what I mean? So it's that. But yeah, sit him on his ass. But
was he offside?
Yeah. I don't know that it was tight. It was tight.
Yeah,
very tight. And I don't think they looked at it long enough for us to make a good judgment on it. I think
I don't think the refs were very good with lineless. See, that's that Giannoulis how offside he was as well, and nothing got flagged. Imagine that would have went in as well. I swear it would have went mental.
It was the Nonto one was the worst because he was there and the linesman, and they didn't, even if they blew for a free kick, you'd go, all right, fair enough. You've at least been seeing it.
Jesus, that ref today, mate, was just horrible. I've not seen someone.
I want to say a bad word about him.
Blow something.
Yeah, don't say anything on here. I know what you're like.
He loved his whistle, that ref. Honestly, it was some of the tackles. I mean, they were sold brilliantly by experienced Championship players, but I just don't like that again. Jorginho, it shows his inexperience, just clattering into the back of someone, and they're just. I think did he nudge someone?
There were some shit ones. There were some.
What does Michael from the Square Ball call Championship player? What does he call them? Grizzled Championship bastards or something like that. That's what Norwich.
I was about to say chiseled.
That's all. Now, yeah, that's what he says, don't it?
Different thing, isn't it? That's yeah.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Tommy.
Wow.
I think his headphones have gone. Yeah, he was very tight. The Rutter thing.
He's muted himself.
I think it's
yeah, my headphones keep going. There's something wrong with them.
Is there any other performances that stuck out to you then?
I thought Sam Byron was fucking awesome today as well. I thought Sam Byron had a great game. I did.
Yeah, I thought he was all right.
He's good at one-on-ones, isn't he?
Yeah, that last ditch tackle he did was brilliant. Was it on Sargent? Was it or? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you minge. Yeah, that was a good tackle.
Yeah.
The only thing that frustrates me about Byram is that he always goes back. He always goes back. You know, when he comes down the right, he looks forward and he realizes whoever's on the right is too far forward and they're marked, so he has to go back and recycle the ball, and that's what really frustrates me about that bit. But other than that, I thought he had a good game. I thought Kamara was all right in spells.
Yeah, I thought so
too. So was Harry Potter.
I thought he grew into it.
It was a lot better second half, definitely. Yeah.
I thought it was a bit off it at the start, right at the start.
Yeah,
but I think once we started getting control of it, but it was. I think it was all pretty negative, weren't it? Like that. Keeping it.
The whole shape, the way they were passing the ball around at the back. I mean, how many times did Rodon and Melier and Ampadu all pass between each other? There was quite a lot of that. I mean, that's just a pattern of our play now, isn't it, really? Is wait for them to try and press and then just try and do something. But then Melier was doing loads of long balls.
Kicking it out.
Yeah, it's just strange, man. It was strange today. Hopefully he's got a clip around the back of the ear and sorted it out.
He thought the linesman was on his team, didn't he? The twat.
He did, yeah.
They were trying to pass it to him.
Oh,
1-2 lino.
There's a couple of those, weren't there?
Gruev? What about Gruev? Do you think he played all right?
Yep. No trouble with him. I actually quite like that for him midfield, you know. I actually like it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Farker's tactically inept, don't forget.
Yeah.
I thought it's the first time he's changed it all, well. Yeah. He wasn't too bad. Apart from that one way he jumped over the ball to Kamara. Weird. Don't mean that he did. Nearly got Kamara clattered, man. Yeah.
He thought it was too cute though, weren't he?
Yeah.
Like, haha.
He's a really good cross on the ball, Firpo, isn't he? You just don't see how much of a good cross with the ball. He should be taking corners, I reckon, you know, Firpo.
I don't know why some of them didn't turn up today. Sorry, go on.
No, we said this, didn't we, about Firpo taking set pieces? He should do it. He's got a good ball on him.
Well, that first corner we had today was a pretty good corner as well, weren't it? I can't remember us having loads of corners, but there was a couple of decent ones. At least got past the first man today.
Yeah, and I was going to mention their because they're like quite high on their set pieces, and we dealt with pretty much everything that they threw in the box at us today. So every time they got a corner, you see how much the crowd were getting up for it because they thought, "Yeah, this is it, this is the moment," and we were pretty solid in there. I thought today defensively.
Yeah,
all set pieces.
There isn't anything really to moan about, and there isn't any big chances that I can think of from either team that could have made it go either way. It's just a strange, flat game, really. But it's what we needed. We needed to book the trend of conceding goals and all that jazz. And then now we got one game till we're at Wembley. One game at home on a Thursday night, and it's thunder and lightning outside right now.
And we lost the last 2 home games.
All right, Danny. Bloody hell, try and bring it
Fuck
down,
off,
mate.
Danny.
I know, Daddy. What are you doing, mate?
Christ.
God's sake.
I'm
just need my table facts, because of you twat.
Yeah.
I'm spitting facts, boys.
Yeah, well, you know what we do with facts on this show? We wipe our asses with them and throw them up the wall. That's what we do.
Norwich failed to register a shot on target after the 17th minute. So that must, like, Rodon, Ampadu, the back four, you know, a bit of and Cooper's come out and text me. He's come out and tweeted tonight that
I'm here.
More of this on Thursday, please. So it must have lifted them a little bit, and they were without Hernandez today. They might be without Sargent. A big bonus if you ask
Slaughter.
Me.
Yeah, I was quite worried about him before the game. His record's really good, isn't it? And you can see why Farker actually wanted to buy him at the start of the year. He's actually not a bad player. He just runs amok, doesn't he? He just causes trouble.
Yeah. He had a few bouts with Hulk Hogan as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, we're in Coventry, Tom, by the way. We're in Coventry, mate. Yeah, it's not weather's not
Kev lives with Thor. That's why it's lightning next to him. Thor lives with Kev. That's what it is. Tom.
So what positives do you take from today?
Steve Rogers.
What positives?
That we just nullified everything that they did, and I think it will take a bit of spirit out of them for the game at Elland Road. Well,
What do
Yeah,
you think
'cause we'll
about
have a
Tom's comment here? Yeah, what do you think about this one? Sorry, guys, because I just wanted to go segue into what James has just said there about the pressure. I thought about this. Yeah.
Oh, I think they will. I think they will. I think Leeds fans. I think that Leeds fans will proper get up for it.
But that works both ways. It works both ways because players. I mean, they're professionals, but there's still people out there. And they might be intimidated. They've played there once before. They know how loud it can get. All it takes is a bad pass and the crowd get on your back from a Norwich perspective, and then the pressure's on. It's a psychological move.
Always Mr. Negative again.
Here he is.
What if this happens and the fans turn all against you? What if nothing? What if that doesn't happen?
I'm talking about.
He has got a fact. He's got a fact, mate. He's got a fact. He's got a point. He's got a point there. I mean, if the game could turn on its head if we do shit in the first 20 minutes, man. You know this, right? We all know this.
I'm talking about from a Norwich perspective.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but what are they thinking about? Delia Smith's poise?
Alan Partridge, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're thinking about, Dan.
Mustard. Yeah.
Mustard is the good one. They think about mustard all day long. Especially Sergeant Slaughter. He used to spread it on his chest when he used to fight Hulk Hogan. So
that's true. He always does that.
And
you okay, Danny? Anyway. How badly hungover are you, mate? How badly hungover are
you? I drank that much vodka. I woke up with a Russian accent.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's for done, yeah.
I've been on a drip all day. But no, it's just it's blah, isn't it? I'm quite neutral about it. I'd have been pissed off if we went 1-0 down in the first 15 minutes again. But my positive for me today is that it's all to play for on Thursday. Either way, it doesn't matter.
A shootout.
Yeah, and at this point in the season, I'm tired.
I'm for a fucking shootout.
I want the fucking season to finish.
Yeah, I want it to finish too, mate. I need it done. I need the season done.
They've got two games they've got 2 games to play, potentially 2 games to play. Definitely one on Thursday, and win one more, and we're in the fucking Premier League. I mean, look at Southampton and West Brom today, same as us.
I watched that game. It was a better game than ours, but I mean, I think just watching both of them, they're both again cancelling each other out, like what we were doing. I mean, Southampton were good against us, but they weren't that good. And I watched them today, and I thought, "Fuck me, how have we not beaten these last week with the team that we've got?" And I was like, and then I
think it's more down to us.
Yeah, West Brom looked quite good going forward, but I didn't see much going in the centre of the midfield when Mount was there. It's just strange, man. How these teams are in it. There are no form between them. Mad. Every year I read a stat. Every year there's always a team that goes into the playoffs on really good form, and then I think we're 22nd in the form table or something like that. Mad. The rest of all the teams are losing around and that. It's no one wants to win it. Everyone's just on bad form. The games are crap. But I mean, a good clean sheet for us today just puts us in good stead for Thursday, I think. And I think all the players, we've got this at Elland Road. I just hope they don't just go into it too confident. They do need to be a bit risky because, and who doesn't want to play at Wembley, man? I'm sure all them lads are thinking, we can get to Wembley. I mean, I've been to Wembley to watch Leeds in my entire life. I've been to Wembley to watch other teams. I've never been to Wembley to watch Leeds. So that would be nice as well. Thanks.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I noticed that Leeds weren't pressing as much today. Do you think Farker told them not to press as much?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a way of making sure we kept solid. So so players just couldn't run through us like Southampton did. I reckon that was.
I like that. I like that row. That row's good. I thought he was very quick.
I like good player he is.
Yeah. I'd be looking at him in the summer.
I'd be looking at him in the summer as well, and also that Sarah or Nunes. Well, Sarah really, he's not a bad player. However, there's a couple of good players.
Flynn Downs is quite good
for Southampton. Yeah.
But
to feel they got a few good players. Yeah.
Johnston at West Brom, he's good.
Yeah, the one on loan from Celtic, he looks really good. There's that lad, that centre half at Hull. He's amazing. I'll take him. What's his name? Jimmy.
We should get that. We should
Greaves or
take that
something,
young
Jimmy
left
Greaves.
back from Jimmy Greaves. We should take that young left back from Huddersfield.
Ipswich.
Spencer.
Yeah. No, that from Huddersfield. It's about 17, I think.
Yeah,
he'd have a good game against us, did he? Is that the one that had a good game against us? Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
There's some players selected all right this week. I'd also take Ilias Chair as well. I'd have him as well. You know, there's a couple of good players in there, but
I wouldn't have
all
him.
depends what.
Don't like his character.
What destroyed Leeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
scoring deflection. Just thinking he's a king.
Yeah, here's one for you.
Yeah.
Do you think he plays 4-3-3 again on Thursday?
I hope so. But I want to see changes. I want to see Matteo starting. I want to see Nonto in the 10, drop Rutter, Dan James on the right. There's even
Canal. So Joseph. So you don't want to play 4-3-3. Do you want to play back to the 4-2-3-1 then?
No. I think just replace Rutter and whoever played up top. In the middle, sorry.
Joseph
for Rutter.
That's 12 players.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else.
You need to wake up your Russian shit.
Joseph for Rutter. Moving on to right. Let me fucking start again.
Probably have Marriott more. Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah.
Drop Rutter, and I want to see Joseph in there. And then I'd like to see Dan James. Well, no, sorry. I'd have Nonto and Somerville because Somerville were really quiet today. And there were a point today where we were on the attack and he just ended up just running out of play. And another time he just went all the way back. He just ran all the way back down the line and passed it back to centre back. That winds me up.
He did do a good push though. He pushed that player really good. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Stupid, wasn't it?
Oh, Danny, you know what, mate? I agree with you. I think the only change I would make really is I think there's less of a risk playing Joseph at home as well. And I think, I'd put Joseph in. I just think he needs just a rest, take him out of the firing line for one game. And then I do think Joseph's got enough in his locker to play against Norwich and do well against Norwich. And then save Rutter for the final. That's how I'd like to see it. I'm not being presumptuous.
Play Perot, though. Play Perot.
Yeah, he's definitely going to play Perot.
It's not
if he drops Rutter, he'll play Perot.
Man, he didn't do too bad when he come on today. Didn't see much of it, but when he had it, he didn't really mess up or played.
Perot were more positive today. Perot were more positive today than Rutter was. I dropped Rutter, me. Honestly, I love the guy. He's got so much potential. He's played more games this season than he has his entire career. For God's sake, Archie Gray's 50th appearance, and he's 18. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I honestly, I just think that Joseph, he brings tenacity, willingness, youth, and speed. I think that's what he's gonna. Not the drug. I just think that you got Dan James, Joseph,
2 countries,
and Somerville/Nonto. I mean, that's frightening, that front three for any defender in the 75th minute when they're knackered. If they because they've obviously all took some knocks and stuff today. If they're knackered at the 75th minute on Thursday, and you see Dan James, Joseph, you know what I mean? You're gonna be like, oh, for God's sake, that's what
Dan James and Joseph. That's 3 people all coming on.
Yeah, Jan Dames and Jan Dames.
Jan Dames. Oh, Jan Dames.
The disciples.
I love hungover Danny. He's so much like placid and less mental than he is Friday Danny. Do you know what I mean? He's like, oh. I hate Russia.
He seems more like Joe Pesci now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Funny how? Funny how?
Does, yeah.
Tell me, motherfucker. Funny how?
Am I a clown to you?
Yeah. Funny how? Funny like a clown?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sure. What you feel?
Yeah. Drop Rutter.
Yeah, I think we drop him for a game. I'm not saying take him out of the team because he's magic, he's dynamite, and on his day he's blockbuster. He is the big thing, right? But take him out for the next game. I can't believe I'm saying this about a semi-final, basically. Just take him out. I think we've got enough in our locker to beat them.
But does the comment? But he only needs 2 minutes still stand for you?
Yeah, it does for me.
But if he's been crap for 90 minutes, do you know what I mean? He's had what 5, 7, 6, 7 games now.
No, he got taken off today, didn't he? So
yeah. I do agree.
Get 9 minutes a day.
Or there is that added thing that everyone says he didn't normally start playing until 70 minutes for it. You know, that's when he was deadly after the 70th minute for us for most of the time. You know, and Faka knew that, but I guess he's just not on it. You know, and you know, he started to remind me of the player that we had last year. That's what sort of like vein of form he is in, and I don't want him to be remembered like that for the season. I want him to be, because he won't be. How much we loved him for so long this season, and he's just starting to wane off. I'll take him out, put Joseph in, keep the exact same team that played today, except for put Joseph in. Again, he's got enough to cause all teams at this level problems. He's more mobile than Pirro, presses. He's great in the air. And he's as Warpick just said, he's absolute air shot today. Oh my god, yeah, it was brilliant. That's just classic Rutter, classic Rutter, man.
Appalled, mate. How do you miss that? He's not even being nudged. He's just completely missed the ball. And Sam Byram did the same, but you can give Sam Byram a bit of, he's a right back.
Can you?
Yeah, it's
a professional football player.
Yeah, but it's come off his shin, and he's planted his foot. Rutter's worth 35 million quid. He scores screamers. Have you seen Sam Byram score a fucking screamer? I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that? Was it against? What was that one against Hull? That was an absolute screamer. That one, wasn't it?
Yeah, right off his teeth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was off his teeth. Yeah,
that was a
screamer, mate.
Fucking firecracker that was.
Right.
Why don't you just admit you hate Rutter so much?
Yeah,
I don't hate him. He just needs fucking dropping.
You just want to punch him right on his kidneys.
Yeah. That's all the charity work that he does. You just want to drop him and punch him. That's all it is, Danny, isn't it?
That's all it is, Danny. Joe Pesci bastard.
Mate. Yeah. Right. I'm going to stop you both there. What do you think about Jadon Anthony when he come on today? Because I actually thought he did it right. You know, he hasn't played much really, has he? And he's just somewhat different. And he has got a goal in him, Jadon Anthony. I've always liked him all year. He's just, some of it was just put on fire, and he's not hasn't had a chance to get in there. But I actually thought he played really well when he come on today. He's somewhat different, you know.
Yeah, I agree, right.
I thought Anthony was positive when he came on. He had a shot, a really good shot. If that takes a deflection, it goes into either corner. It will really.
I agree. We need to shoot more, Danny. We need to shoot more. Glenn Kamara, man, what does he need to do to shoot as well? Fuck me.
Yeah.
Told you it's not in his contract.
Yeah,
not allowed to. Go on, Dan.
Yeah. He's
going to Rutter bash again.
No, I'll write it in my diary, in my hate journal. I'll write it instead.
He's kept it in his mind palace. Yeah, it's for later.
No, mate. I thought Anthony was positive. He wanted to try and make things happen. He had a shot and it was just under his feet too much, but he was going for the corner. I saw what he was trying to do, but if that takes a nick, it could bobble in. Who knows? But that's what we should be doing. We didn't do that for most of the game. Some of us just too predictable. Every team just puts 2 men on him every time, and he can't get through and look for the right. The
only thing with that is why the other player's not finding the space if there's 2 men in him on all the time. If we had a proper number 10, we did, or we had a proper number 10, they'd be finding those holes.
Exactly, mate.
It's not even that. I think it's the speed of it at times. Sometimes we're just a little bit too slow on moving it, and it's like we let them get in, and it's like if you just do it a little bit quicker, there's 3 men, but then by the time the ball gets to them, they've all like shifted around, and it's like that's why we go back, fucking bring them out, and then it's
those triangles, isn't it, on the left hand side between Firpo, Kamara, and Somerville. This do seem to take quite a while sometimes for them to release the ball to each other, and that can be a bit frustrating. But maybe that's how they're told to play the game, by the manager. It's tactics, isn't it?
We got through a couple of times.
But sometimes it takes that individual quality. It takes that individual quality to find the space. There were some times today that Norwich's passage of play completely cut out of midfield 3. The ones where luckily Firpo ushered him to the sideline and he had to come back. By that point, we were all players were back, defending, picking up the men. But look at the goal. Look at the goal.
Look at that goal.
Basically, it comes down to this simple formula: play slow, bad game. Play quick, good game. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
Let me write that down. Fast, good. Slow, bad.
Slow, no. Slow, no.
Standard.
That's right, though.
That's good. Slow, no.
We were at the start of the season. I mean, we were playing actually quite fast football, and when we went on that like big, obviously, win streak, we were a little bit slower, weren't we? We were more methodical, very patient from like January onwards, and then just all the arse fell out of it. But I'm telling you now, Thursday is not going to be slow and methodical. It's going to be balls to the wall, and it has to be. From the defense, that has to be quick pace throughout the entire team. Try and get a lead, and then I'm not saying sit on it, but then go back to the methodical style that we've been playing. Where
sit on it.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
What do you think, Dan?
About what?
About how we should play on Thursday. Fast or
about
slow?
Macaulay Culkin, and I ain't gonna catch you.
Sorry, I was just looking at some stats.
What stats?
I think we should play the same way. Well, I don't see why. Just drop Rutter, as I said, and start the same lineup. We nullified them today, but I'd like to see us being more progressive, shooting more, crossing early, we need. Bamford's obviously out, but the closest, it's not Perot. Out Joseph every day. We've seen it time and time again. Joseph gets to that front post looking for a knock, and like a knock-in, and that's where he scored at Chelsea. He scored at he nearly scored against Begovic. Who was it?
Yeah.
QPR. As soon as he came on, it's a simple transition from Bamford to Joseph. I think Joseph is the next suitable number 9 for us. But what do I know? I'm just some chubby guy with about 5 chins trying to just support football team. Yeah.
I say with the crossing though. I say today there were.
Do you know? I wear one woolly hat on a podcast, and all of a sudden I'm fucking Joe Pesci.
Yeah, that's it. That's who you are now.
This is who you are now.
Yeah. The crossing though, there were times when we'd get the ball out wide, but there'd be no fucker in the box.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
And I think there was that reluctance to really go for it. And I think
because Bamford wasn't in there. Yeah.
It was a tactic as well, wasn't it? So in case we got broke on and being solid and just having that, I think we will start fast on Thursday. I think we will start quick and try and nick that early goal because then we'll have all the control.
If we get an early goal, their game plan changes because all of a sudden they're chasing the game. They'll open up more, which creates more space for us. Get someone quick behind the line. Dan James, Joseph, not even Somerville. He'll have space and he can shoot. But it all depends on if he's keeping the same team, different stuff. But either or, it's all to play for on Thursday.
I think the only thing that we need to obviously look at as a fan base is that these are really going to try and upset the way we play for that first 20-30 minutes and try and get the crowd up against us a little bit as well. That's what we're going to have to just keep an eye out for. I'll ring the crowd myself. Go, just leave it, lads.
Leave it out, lads.
Yeah. Leave it out, lads. Be good, and ladies, be good.
Well,
just be good for a bit.
We'll see him for chanting practice on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Round Danny's house, all in the garden. We'll all squeeze in.
Yeah. Right. Should we do a?
Sorry.
Should do a prediction for Thursday because this is going to be our last one till we know if we're going to be in the playoffs or not. Because obviously Friday and Sunday next week, we can just give our predictions. I guess. I've already did it though. Actually, didn't we? I said 4-3.
We did, but I'm going to change them based on the first leg because the first leg didn't go as I wanted. But actually, I'm actually going to still keep 3-0. So.
Oh no! Yeah, Tom's agreed with you. Yeah, Tom's agreed with you. 3-0 Leeds. I said 4-3. I'm actually going to go for 2-0 now. I'm going to check. I'm going to go 2-0. I've just got a feeling we're going to win 2-0. What about you, Dan?
I said 1-1 originally for the first leg.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm
So
right
do I,
because
yeah.
it was a draw, but I said a nervy 1-0 win
Technically.
at Elland Road. A nervy 1-0.
Technically, I
But
thought we'd get a clean sheet. So.
Well, yeah, you're right there, half right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, more drop points, typical.
Typical Leeds.
Oh no, yeah.
But yeah, I think
Fucking
all to play for. All to play for. Let's just give it one massive try. If we lose, we fucking lose, innit?
Two
We
massive
go
tries,
again.
Daniel. 2 massive tries.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
Got two
I'm
games
gonna go to
left.
Wembley. We're gonna go to Wembley, and I think we could be playing West Brom.
Told
Yeah,
ya.
I'd like.
It could happen,
I'd
man.
like to.
I had a dream.
I'd
I had a
like
dream
to.
that I got tickets. So
I
we're
think
going
Southampton's got our number. So.
Oh well, I
think-
work in Warsaw.
We
don't I?
deleted it.
Warsaw, Wolverhampton, Birmingham area. So that'll be fun for me.
We changed our number.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 2-0 to Leeds now. Danny, you sticking with yours?
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 nervy win.
See, I don't want to see that.
It's
I think I need the toilet. Right, boys, should we finish up here because I'm
There's not much more, is there?
toilet. No, there isn't much more. I think we've done enough today. I think we've just been chatting absolute cack. Jimmy, what you got? Anything else for everyone?
I've got this pen.
He's got this pen. He writes stuff down so he
Yeah.
can speak to us about.
Yeah, I write things like crossing. That's what I wrote a minute ago.
Yeah,
Crossing.
that's a good one. Danny, we're on this week. Hopefully a really happy one. Talking about our trip to Wembley. Yeah?
Hopefully, it all depends on Thursday, but it's rather going to be a misery cast or a help me polyfill my walls cast.
Yeah.
We've got a guest ready lined up for Friday. You'll see in the edits during the week. Depending what happens Thursday, it might be the penultimate podcast for the season. But other than that, we've got a special episode ready to go. I've got one more guest to chase up, but it'll be a mega cast.
They do. Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned. Watch out on the socials.
Sound.
Like and subscribe this channel, geezers.
And I'm going to be doing. I'm not missing any ones either. I'm going to be back again next Sunday and Friday. I'm going to do them all because I'm here. Because I'm well sound. Yeah.
I may be with you on Friday as well, Dan. I'm off.
There you
off
go.
work Friday, so
there we go.
Sweet.
All good.
Sound.
Right, everybody. Thank you for listening to us. Go talk about all the crap that we've been talking about for all this podcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all on Friday on Not Another Leeds.
yeah. See you later, guys.
Bye. Wait a minute, I don't know how to turn this off. So if you're still watching us, whee!